Hello and welcome back to Talk Seagulls, and we're here in the Caxton Arms in Brighton after a brilliant win, to be honest. A 3-0 win over Wolves, and I'm here with Brett again. It's good to see you.
Yeah, good. What a game, what a result. A must-win game, and we won it. So.
Yeah, that's the biggest bit, actually. A must-win game, and we actually won it. It wasn't like, we're playing against bottom of the league, right? We always do this against bottom of the league. And you know what? I had a bit of a flashback. I don't know about you. We went 2-0 up. And I was thinking, I just remembered last year.
Yeah. I said straight away to my mate, what's the odds on 2-2? But no, it was...
Never was on the cards, to be fair. Wolves, they didn't have Cunha and didn't have Aït-Nouri, which helped, but also they were so bad, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, so like, we weren't at our best at all, and we won comfortably, so that's all we needed. And we sort of, I think we took our foot off the gas a little bit, maybe, and quite sloppy, but we got the result, we got a clean sheet, and that's all that matters.
It's probably, I reckon, the sloppiness was after the first couple of goals. Yeah. I thought, obviously, it was an unbelievable start. I'll get into that first, actually. 30-odd seconds on the clock, wasn't it? 37? 35. Jack Hinchelwood, 3 and 3 for him. Yeah. Pretty incredible, really, because considering where Hinchelwood was before this run, we're talking about Hinchelwood as, maybe being rotated for Jorginho. I think he was missing a lot of chances. And now in the last few games, he's really sort of started putting them chances away, as well as being in the right place at the right time. Yeah,
I'd never have had him as our number 10, like when we had whoever, Jorginho, Buonanotte, Gruder, Fabis, whoever, name them. There's a whole list of number 10s, which we seem to have. O'Reilly as well. Never had him above any of them, but yeah, he's coming into his own now. Like that header was absolutely towering from a little guy as well. Just unreal, the way that he leapt off above the defender and put it in the top corner. It was brilliant.
Don't feel I appreciate little guy, actually. It's not a feeling. It's taller than me, I'm going to say that. But yes, it was a great header, straight in the top corner. And I think that's one thing we always noticed about Jack Hinchelwood way back when he first made his debut, wasn't it, in 2024? And that goal, his first goal was a header. And I think his next couple were headers as well. That goal against Palace was a header. And he had a really good way of sort of getting a lot of power on them, even if the ball was quite like loopy. And like the ball, his headers aren't like bullet headers. They're kind of like looping headers, but they're so effective. They're almost placed like perfectly, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have put that more in the top corner if you wanted to. So, yeah, like that's weird. Like when he started, I thought, he's a really good first-time finisher. And then like this season, he kept missing loads of chances. And I was like, okay, maybe he shouldn't be a number 10, but now he's proven me wrong. So
yeah, no, I'm so happy he is as well, because he's one of them that I never want to get on Hinchelwood's back. You know, I mean, he's our local boy and whatever. But when he's missing all them chances, I was just kind of thinking, maybe I'd give him a rest, put Jorginho in there. I thought he had a good like impact at Newcastle as well, Georgie. So I thought maybe you could see him there. But Hinchelwood, particularly for me, was what I saw in him was when he first went up front. Do you remember in that sort of end of last season? And as you said, like he was putting them away, but also he's in the right place. I think that's half the battle with someone like Hinchelwood. He's got that sort of strong IQ of a player that I remember speaking to Toby about it on the podcast last year, and he said that of all the players, when it would come down to asking the questions in training, he would know the answer to every single one for every single position. You kind of see that with him now, don't you, in the versatility he shows?
Yeah, so they're saying being in the right place to finish, like you can't really teach that. That's just instinct, and not many players have that. And the ones that do, you're paying 60, 70, 50, like 80 million pounds for. But like, he's a local boy. He's just like, everyone's calling him like a little Pascal Gross. He just knows so much about every position, can play anywhere. Like he's spent most of the season at right back or central, like defensive midfield, and now he's up top, causing carnage and scoring goals. So a fair play to him.
To be fair, it probably helped him having Pascal Gross back as well, because he can literally learn from Pascal and be the sort of player that he is. And as you say, he is basically like a baby Pascal. We've seen Gross play everywhere. I saw Gross occupying left back the other day, and he still does it. And Hinchelwood's kind of the same. Yeah, he's so versatile. And it's the sign of a top class, but also a really intelligent player. So I'm really happy for him, and I'm happy for the goals as well. And obviously, immediately afterwards, it felt like it was a bit of dreamland, wasn't it? 2-0 up in the first 5 minutes. Again, it was another local boy, Lewis Dunk, back in the side. I think it was nice to have the captain back. I really felt. I'm not going to, I'm not on Buscaglia or at all, but I just felt like a lot more assured having Lewis Dunk back there again.
Yeah, so he's been the mainstay for how many years now, and he's the club captain, and he should be playing really. Like if he's like out of form, then fair play, put Buscaglia in, but he's playing well, and he's blocking shots and scoring goals now as the chant goes. So you keep him in there.
Yeah, his first goal since 2024. I think it was against Everton, if I remember rightly, that last minute goal. So again, that was another header.
Yeah.
But we hadn't seen too many of those. But there's a common denominator between both goals, and that was the ball in from Maxime de Kuyper both times. He could have had a hat-trick of assists by the second half if that Pascal Gross back heel.
Oh, yeah.
But there was something about de Kuyper, and I wanted to say this because I wasn't sure about him starting. I thought I would have put Veltman right back, I thought, and then maybe Kadioglu starts left. Yeah. But obviously the big bold decision was to put Kadioglu on the right and put de Kuyper on the left. And whilst I'll say I think it helped because Wolves are obviously not as good going forward. So they didn't really have that issue of having de Kuyper defensively. Going forward, on the other hand, the amount of chances that de Kuyper can create and the amount of sort of good balls he can put in the box, he was a problem. He was a real problem yesterday or the other day.
Yeah, I said, right, if we did, like, I was the same. Why isn't Veltman playing right back when Weaver's not there? But then we put de Kuyper in, and he's got 2 assists within 4 minutes. So like, fair play to Fabian. He's put him in. He's done his job with de Kuyper getting 2 assists, and said he could have had more assists if we took our chances. So no, it was the right decision. I said you're playing against a not so good attacking team, so you're looking at you don't need his defensive skills when we need to be on the front foot and we need to win. So having de Kuyper does make sense.
I agree. No, he was really good, and he was probably my sort of backup. I actually gave the my standout player of the game to Carlos Baleba. I gave him. I'm going to get this up so I don't get this wrong because I think I gave him a 92, but I can't remember exactly. Let's have a look. Yes, I did. Okay, so yeah, my standout for analysis was Carlos Baleba 92. I think I gave him a high rating above de Kuyper. Maybe I could have given de Kuyper a little bit more for the amount of assists and chances he created, but for me it was Baleba, and the reason I say it is I just felt like I saw the old Baleba. I felt like I saw the sort of person that's controlling, but also just so dominant. And that combination between technical and physical ability that we know he has so well. And the exact sign of this 80 to 100 million pound player that we've wanted to see for a long time. Yeah,
it's good. It's just good seeing him being physical and like shoulder barging, people bouncing off him when he's winning tackles, because we don't really have that in our midfield. And then just getting the ball, driving forwards. And he just looked like he's having fun again as well, which was the main thing. I didn't score him quite as highly as you, but I was quite mean with my scoring this week. So.
Okay, go on, tell me, what did you do?
I think I only gave a couple. I gave him a 70, I think, but I didn't have many in the 70s, all in like the high 60s, because I didn't actually think we played that well. But
no, I know what you mean. Like we didn't play well, but I think because Wolves were that bad, I thought everyone did their jobs all right. Like I was looking across the board, and I couldn't have given Baleba much lower, because I thought if I was to give you 100 to begin with, and I'm taking every time off you, I didn't really think he did much wrong throughout the whole game. And the same could kind of be said for most of the side. I thought the only thing that was a bit sketchy was our defence during that like 5-minute period. I think it was between like the 50 odd minutes. And all of a sudden there was 2 chances for Wolves at the bar, and then that Armstrong chance. God knows how he didn't score that goal.
I think that was de Kuyper on the floor that tackled him as well. But
and that was the moment for me. And then I think after the first 2 goals, we sort of took our foot off the gas. Parson was a bit stray, but I thought overall the resounding player throughout that whole thing, and why I gave him that analysis rating was Baleba. He was breaking up everything.
No, I don't disagree with that at all. But I think I saw like just passes going astray. We just couldn't quite put the ball in front of the player to run onto. We couldn't like do 2 or 3 passes, and then it was a little bit sloppy. I think even the players and the manager said that as well, but that's why I gave not really high scores, but performances now don't really matter. It's all about results, and I said it was a must-win game and we won it, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you said about this part of the season and being results, I said to begin with that if there's one manager that I think can get the best out of the sort of individual quality we've got in the side, and grind results out, no matter whether it's glamorous or not, I think it is Fabian Hertzler, and that's the credit I've given him throughout. I think the run that we've had has been largely because he just has that togetherness-ball, and it works with like these moments and taking chances and creating chances, because a lot of it is just ultimately letting players be freer, and I think you saw a freer Baleba. In the same way you kind of saw like a freer Minte. I think Minte was really good up and down that left side. I only gave him like an 80-odd rating, but I thought he took his goal really well. And it kind of leads on to the moment I was going to say about for Buzz's son. I don't know if you saw about Alfie. And obviously he's had a difficult time with his surgery. So it's really nice to hear that he's on the other side of it now. And second of all, obviously the way that the team come together, I thought was really nice. And way Minte celebrated was fantastic.
Yeah, Dunk as well, right, with his little A thing as well. So it's like that's again the togetherness. It's just showing that even like the kit man is like very much part of this whole thing that we're getting behind. So it's great to see. Like I think I saw Buzz and his son at Fulham away with Alfie on his shoulders. I was like a couple of rows behind him, and they were loving life. So it's sad to hear that he had a tumour on his brain, but now it's been cleared and he can recover, and wishing him well, and everyone's back. And it's just sad to hear, but lovely to hear that the recovery's on the way.
Yeah, it's nice to know they're on the other side of it all, but it must have been horrible for them as a family. And as I say, it's nice for the players to showcase it, I think, in the way they did. And maybe that boosted my Minte rating up a little bit for the celebration. But I thought he did it really well, actually. And it reminded me similarly of Knockout a few years ago, and he ran over to the touchline. So it was nice to see. I think it kind of galvanised the side a bit. I think, especially as you say, the A celebration from Dunk was a similar sort of vibe. Like, you saw the emotion in it. In him, and also he smashed the corner flag, didn't he?
I don't get why he done that. Absolutely destroyed it as well.
Shattered it. And I think there was a lot of emotion in it, and I think everyone was kind of not feeling the pressure as such, but it's a big part of the season, isn't it? You want to see this over, and obviously when you get those sort of problems happening in personal lives, it's never nice. So it's nice to see, and I'll pass my regards on to everyone involved. I thought we played all right. I thought, if I'm honest, I genuinely, I would say, we were bad and whatever, but I actually thought, considering who we were up against, we scored the goals, and I think, as you say, at this stage of the season, we got enough done. Yeah,
exactly. So I don't think it was a bad performance by any stretch. Just weren't at our best, but I said results are the matter now, and 2 games to go, win both. Hope Man City beat Bournemouth, and we could be looking Champions League, which is just bonkers to hear.
Yeah. Before we go on to Champions League, what was your prediction for the game? Did you do
4-1 Brighton?
What, a 2 or 4-1?
Yeah. Oh, I said it on the podcast as well, to be fair.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I stuck with 3-1. And I probably should have gone 3-0 in the end. I think someone did 3-0 for sure. I can't remember who it was now. I want to say it was Mum maybe did it on Finalysis. She sent me it. But yes, 3-0, shout out to her. And also, I got it wrong. I think I'm either rock bottom, or I've just come into the middle zone now of the predictions league across all the Brighton fans. Basically, everyone's in it, and it's based on whose predictions were right, and I'm so bad at it.
I'm not
even if I'm like 1 goal out, like I always put like a 1, thinking we're going to concede. And if Armstrong could finish his chances, I might have been all right with the 3-1. But here we are. Anyway, get on to Finalysis. You can follow me as well, and you can see Brett's post, you can see mine, you can see all the different ratings. You can also rate your own players, do your predictions, rate referees, managers' performance, etc. And you can also give Carlos Baleba 90s if you really want to, because I thought he was class. And a final thing I'll just say about Baleba actually is I saw, we'll get on to Champions League after, but I want to say about Baleba, I saw Mark Goldbridge do a piece about him saying that his Instagram post, I don't know if you saw it.
No.
So he put on an Instagram post, and I want to word this correctly so that I get it right. And I saw obviously all the United fans commenting, thinking that Mark Goldbridge almost made this that he was alluding to wanting to join United, and it says, "It's better that it takes longer than it never happening. Are you a believer?" And for me, I read that as it's taken a while for Fabian Hurtzleball to start working, but it's better that it takes longer than it never happening. Whereas all the United fans, and this is including Goldbridge, have put out saying that they think it's because he's waiting to join United, and waiting is better than it never happening. How do you read it?
I'm just going that he's on his form where he knows he hasn't played well for most of the season, and now it is happening for him, and he's looking a class player again. So I don't think it's got anything to do with United, in my opinion.
I don't either. I can't see that personally. I think it is I think it's to do with the form, and I think it's to do with also Hurtzler-Ball. Like, I think it's taken a while. Everyone's kind of been a bit unsure and whatever, but I feel like between the last sort of few months, you can clearly see there's a change across the squad, and I just think that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think, like, as it Dunk's post-match thing, he was saying that it changed because James Milner came into the starting lineup, and he's the one that pushed everyone and made everyone think about their attitude and how they play and their performances, and that's what changed the whole thing. Was it Brentford away? I think it wasn't
Brentford
it?
away.
Yeah, so yeah, like Dunk was alluding to Milner being the one that's the catalyst to this amazing run of form. So I think Believe has been part of that and said it's happening.
Is it like a sense of professionalism, maybe, from someone that's an old pro, and obviously we've got such a young squad? Do you think that's what it is? It's instilling that sort of you have to win no matter what mentality, as opposed to, well, I'm probably going to get a move in the summer sort of thing.
Maybe we are. Like, I think Weaver said he's kind of used us as a stepping stone
in other words.
But yeah, there may be a lot of that. But then with a lot of young players, you do get a lot of inconsistency, which is what our season's basically been. Yeah. But I find it weird that we've had a run of 1 win in 13. Bournemouth are now unbeaten in 16. We're at a point behind them going to the Champions League. Like, mad season. It is weird. I think I looked at our form between December and February, and it was so bad. I know that we had 1 win in 14, wasn't it, as you say? And it's even funnier when you see it all listed out and you see the amount of red and grey squares on these things, versus then when you see what now. And I think it's a sign of the Premier League being also as bad as it has been. Even this weekend we were helped by so many teams dropping points below us. I think Brentford dropped points, Everton dropped points, and Chelsea dropped points, involving some losses there as well. So from our point of view, I think Europe's definitely in our hands. I think Champions League is definitely in Bournemouth's hands. But with that said, they do have Man City next game. So if we do beat Leeds, you'd like to think it would be in our hands for Champions League football. That's just such a weird sentence, isn't it?
Well, if Aston Villa win the Europa League, if Aston Villa win the Europa League.
Talking about us being in the Champions League, that's what happens in like Football Manager and FIFA. It's not. This is Brighton. I've been watching in League 2 and stuff. I think all along I said we were going to finish 7th, which probably is Europa League. But if it's Champions League and we finish 6th, ridiculous. Just ridiculous, because like some of the games I've been watching this season have sort of restored my faith in football, that teams do like to attack and score goals rather than just work on fine margins and functionality. So do
you know what? It's funny you say that. I thought the same about that Brentford game. So you don't really see these long throws anymore, do you? Like, this like hustling football as such that we saw at the beginning of the season. Whereas it felt like City won because, one, they deserved to win, obviously, but they won in a way that was quality, I guess, and through a lot of determination and whatever. But I thought Brentford's sort of tactics it's not as effective as it was, and I guess a lot of people have worked it out, and it always happens, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll get on to Champions League talk, because I don't want to get my hopes up about it. I still feel like I'm normally the really excited one, but I'm just looking at each game as like, it literally is, you just have to win every game at this stage, because I never would have thought 2 games left of the season would still be feeling too early to make a judgment on what happens. But as you rightly say, the amount of how close it's been throughout the course of the season is insane.
Like Leeds got mathematically safe now, aren't they, after yesterday's result? So hopefully that means there's less pressure on them to like have to get a result. So another game we have to win. And I think we're normally all right at Leeds as well, aren't we? So
we've not played there for a few years, have we? I feel like I remember Welbeck scoring there. I think Gelhardt, I remember last minute goal. I didn't enjoy that one, to be fair. We've beaten them during lockdown. I'm trying to think what happened before they went down. I think that goal kept them up, didn't it? That Gelhardt one. God, it was loud in there that day,
Yeah, it's one of the best atmospheres I think of away games I've been to, is Ellen Road. So I think, hopefully they don't need to be so loud, because they're already up and they haven't really got anything to play for.
It might be party atmosphere, though, so hopefully, as you say, they're on the beach. But yeah, we'll see. Well, there's one thing that we can't be, and that's certainly on the beach, even though we are from Brighton. But Yeah, let's talk about the FA Cup final for the women's team. Last minute goal to seal it, by the way.
Yeah. I had it on in the pub as if you were here watching it, and so it was good, a good little atmosphere going. And then I kind of switched off because I was working like at 2-0. I was like, oh no, it's all over. But then yeah, great comeback. I think we scored pretty much straight after their second, and then the second half we looked to be completely on top. And then Noor Dam scored the winner in injury time, like absolutely unreal finish into the top corner through a crowd. So we're at Wembley, like it's the first time in the club's history, and it's just showing like how good like we're progressing as a women's team, like from where we were to getting into this top division in the WSL, and then now getting our own stadium, and now playing in the cup final. I think we've got an allocation of 15,000 as well, so hopefully we can take as many as we can. I'm going to try and go with some mates. I had a few mates that went up to Liverpool or St Helens yesterday. They had the coach from the Amex at 5 a.m. like, that's mad. But yeah, fair play to them. So yeah, I haven't been to too many women's games because they normally play on a Sunday, and I'm working, so it's a good chance. Hopefully I can go.
No, it is unbelievable. And as you say, from where they were, that's the crazy bit. I think it was only a few years ago. It felt like there was a big sort of disconnect between the men's side and the women's side in terms of success on the pitch. Whereas now, obviously, you see the new stadium plans, you see Wembley, you start to think, oh yeah, maybe the way that we're now focusing on the women's game, because ultimately we are one of the better teams now, and it won't take long to kind of be that better team across the rest of the WSL.
Yeah, so like I think was it Man City got into the final as well, so they're
always
the clear favourites. So we don't want to be there just as a good day out. We want to make it competitive. And like I said, we've beaten Arsenal in the cup to get to and Liverpool. So why not dream big? And like Bloom's got a vision, and it's looking well. Like
it's looking all right for him with Hearts as well.
Yeah. I think they're 3.
I think Celtic's win yesterday puts pressure on them. I think they could have done with a Rangers win there, but Hearts are flying. It seems like whatever Tony Bloom touches in football just seems to work out for him. I mean, USG's the same. Obviously, they're in the Champions League, and they've had a lot of good players over the years. And it seems like Hearts are going in a similar direction. The women's team's going in a similar direction. Obviously, the men's team, if we can get ourselves into the Champions League, you'd look back on what's felt like anyway a really odd season in being one of the best in the club's history.
On all fronts, that's exactly what could happen. And the Champions League, just mentioning Brighton still makes me giggle because it's not a thing, is it? But it could actually happen.
I mean, okay, let's look at the last 2 games, shall we? I mean, as we've kind of mentioned Leeds, it should be a win. But as you say, these 2 games, realistically, both teams should be all but done. Really? You'd imagine Man United qualify if they're not already for Champions League. They've done it.
They're already in.
Right, so they've done it. Leeds have done it. They've got nothing to play for. Like, I'm not saying that they're necessarily going to be completely, who cares? But surely the team that have something to play for have to be winning that game. You'd think, wouldn't you? I mean,
absolutely.
There's no other way I can kind of imagine it, but we get 6 points out of these 2 games.
I want to think like that, but as a Brighton fan, you get that pessimistic streak. But this is one where we know what we need to do now, and there's only 2 games we need to do it in, so we have to do it. But the only thing that worries me a bit is like Matoma's going to be out for the season by the look of it, and he was looking class, and then just a hamstring looked like, and then,
it didn't look good, did it?
No, but he walked off, which was.
I said it was probably a hamstring because of the way he held that back of his leg, but then someone questioned whether he fell over and twisted his ankle or something.
It was definitely his hamstring. It's right in front of me in the West, so. Yeah, it didn't look good, and he looked like he was crying as well. I think, because obviously he's the big poster boy for Japan. So hopefully, if he doesn't play for us, he does get to go to the World Cup, because he probably won't get another one after this one. So
no, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for him as well, just personally, and also for us. He obviously won't play again this season, but But it'd be nice to see him in the World Cup, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, I bought the Japan shirt with Matoma on the back, so I want him in.
Yeah, it's not aged well. We live in hope. But as for Brighton's point of view, I think actually I quite like Minter on the left. I think he's really productive there. The right side's a bit more difficult, I guess, although it's nice to see Solly march on the pitch.
Yeah.
Even if he's not going to play like a huge role for us, just having him back felt really nice. And, I'm sure he will disagree with me if he was sat across here and he'll be saying, no, I want to be playing, I want to be scoring, I want to be contributing. He's going to obviously believe in it. And I'll give him full credit for his mentality and keeping himself even within conversations because, to have the amount of bad luck he has over the last few years is insane, really, isn't it? And fair play to him for, one, even being back in the side, and two, probably pushing himself to now have an opportunity to start a game with Mitoma out.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a lot of people would have just given up. Like it's been pretty much 3 years, isn't it? And you're coming towards the end of your career, so an easy option would just be, I'll just take the money and I'll go. But he clearly wants it. He's like a local boy playing for his local team, and if he does get fit, he's bloody good, isn't he? So,
well, as we all know Solly, right? And obviously whether he's ever going to move the same, whether he's ever going to contribute the same, I don't know. But I just don't want to put pressure on him. That's the only reason I downplay him. It's not because I don't think he can do it. It's just because I don't want to put pressure on him coming back and then, if he doesn't come through and you're like, you feel bad for him. But we'll see what happens. But without Mitoma, it will be a shame. But as I say, I like Minter on the left, sorry, and the right side's the difficult one. But I'm not against seeing Kadioglu play up there. Yeah. We've seen it at times. Georgie can play on the right side. But we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking he'll put De Kuyper on the left and Minte on the right.
There's always that option.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's not up to me, it's up to Fabian.
Yeah, I never know with him, to be fair. But yeah, unbelievable turnaround in fairness. And we are truly in a European conversation, which is incredible to say. But yeah, I think that's just about everything covered, really, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah. I think, just, what a day out Saturday was. And then after the game, didn't realise how hot it was. And then I had a beer outside the ground, like in the sunshine.
It was warm,
it was like tropical day in the sun. We just won 3-0, talking about playing in the Champions League. It's like, what a day.
Yeah, I saw a Wolves fan do a video, and it was his first time doing Brighton away. He said he never really fancied it, didn't really think it was a great one. And he was sat on Brighton Beach out next to the I-360 and the Broken Pier, and he just was saying about how he loves it. He said he would come back here every single day. I was like, I don't blame you, mate. He thought he was abroad. It's quite funny. But yeah, I think for Wolves fans, it's depressing for them, right? Let's say watching that is horrendous. They were so bad. I mean, we've been quite fortunate in the last 3 games of the Amex. The opposition, I mean, Chelsea are down tools, Liverpool are terrible, and now Wolves have been even worse. And I think if you were to do a list of top 3 worst performances from an opposition in Amex history, I think, to be honest, at least one of them 3 would have been involved. They have been really poor. And fair play to the ones that do even make the effort to travel to these games. I guess, at that stage, you're just waiting for it, aren't you? But yeah, Brett, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you up in Leeds.
Yes, can't wait.
Make a weekend of it.
Yeah, I am indeed going up Saturday, watch the cup final somewhere, and then match day on Sunday.
Nice. Nice. Right, we'll see you soon. And make sure you download Finalysis, follow us, do all that stuff, come to Caxton Arms, and we'll see you after Leeds. Big game. I'll be Albion.